by the people, for the people.
You look like a ghost.
Wow.
You're so white.
So I was going to say, is that a commentary on my skin color?
Yes,
You're
you
racist.
are. I am racist. I am such a little racist person.
Welcome to Movie Community College. I'm Tish, also known as the Warrior Queen.
And I am
Jeremy,
the man,
also known as the Professor.
the myth, the legend, known as the Professor.
Right.
Whispers of me happen in international halls right now. People are whispering, "Aman Singh, what's up, dude? I'm sorry I've been busy, bro. I haven't been able to...
We've been very busy.
Yeah, busy time of life. I haven't been
Yes.
able to Skype. I forget my words sometimes because I'm old. So, what we got here?
middle-aged.
First of all, let's just take a look at the T-shirt here. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, look
Wow.
at that. Garbage Singh putting a gun to the head of Darth Vader, saying how many of them were there, and Vader saying the Force is strong with this one.
That was really crazy of you to do that right when we're starting our video. It's not very good quality.
What are you talking about?
You just move the camera and shook things
whatever.
all up. And
Come on, this is
we're dealing with poor production quality as it is, and now
Stop it.
you just
That's Rishi Cash.
it.
You can buy that off the website. Anyways,
the T-shirt.
the T-shirt, yes.
Not the poor production quality.
You could buy that too if you'd like.
But that's not
$3.99 a
Rishi
month.
Cash's
No.
fault.
So we saw the Avengers movies.
We've seen all of the Avengers
Yeah,
movies.
well, we're
Yesterday
coming
we
back
saw
to see
Avengers Infinity
War. Infinity War!
Part 1.
Part 1. Now, we're going to do this with no spoilers, all right? There's no
No
spoilers, in
spoilers.
this whatsoever.
So anything we talk about, either it's from other movies, so
Or
you
it
should know
was
this,
shown in a trailer.
or it was shown in a trailer.
The first thing I would like to say is it's 2 hours and 29 minutes.
Almost as long as a Bollywood film.
Almost. And the Indian films have trained me.
to
Two
go
and a
to
half
the
hours?
bathroom
That means
first.
nothing, dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's it? We're not even to the good part yet.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when I heard that it was that long, because I don't like when movies are 2 hours or less. I want them to be longer.
It was good. It was good.
It was great.
So what we have just as a synopsis.
A non-spoiler synopsis.
Thanos was behind the invasion of New York.
Which we already knew.
Right, and he's been trying to get these Infinity Stones.
Right, to wear on his big ugly gauntlet.
And everybody's been failing him, so he decides to do it himself.
Right.
So he is coming for the stones, and we see then a collection of heroes gather to defend the homeworld, to defend the planet and the Infinity Stones.
He does have, Thanos that is, some capable minions.
Yes, yes.
So they're helping him.
Not capable enough.
Because he can't be in more than one place at one time.
Yes.
And he needs 4 of the 6 Infinity Stones. He has 2.
Yes.
So he's sending his minions out to get 2, and he's
getting
looking for the other 2.
Yes, yes. So you have this great conflict that happens. And so we have this as a rally point. Now, what I will tell you is a lot of people die.
That happens in every movie, though.
A lot of heroes die.
This is true.
A lot. Now, what I will also say is in comic books, is anybody really dead?
This is
All
also
it is
true.
is one magical spell, one whatever. But I mean, people start dropping left and right. And
If we
we
learned,
had to remind ourselves this is part 1. We don't know, this ain't done yet.
right, and if we learned anything from Captain America, the Winter Soldier, nobody's really dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. The other thing that I would say is I was surprised by some of the characters that they showed that were from movies long ago that I completely forgot about.
There is one character in particular from a long ago
Yes.
Marvel movie
Yes.
who is on a planet that you've likely never heard
Yeah.
of.
Well, I have, because I am the professor.
If you've read the comics, you've certainly heard of the planet.
Yes.
If you've just watched the Marvel movies,
You have no idea what they're talking
you've
about.
never heard of this planet before. And so when you see this person on this planet, you're like, oh, that's intriguing. And it's a good place for that character to be.
And So you'll be surprised by that. You'll
Mm-hmm.
be surprised by how many people die. I think I think the Guardians in
They
this
did a great job.
they stole the show. The Guardians were hilarious with their interactions.
One of the things that I thought was kind of the biggest unknown about this film going into it, but then turned out to be one of the biggest pros of this film, was how well they tied in all of the Marvel characters, all of the Marvel heroes. Because there were so many of them, you kind of wondered, how are they going to be able to do this in 2.5 hours and not give short shrift to anybody? How are they going to be able to fit everyone in and make it believable and make it enjoyable? They knocked that out of the park.
Yeah,
Spectacular job.
I never felt like that was too many people
Nope.
or too much
Nope,
going
not at all.
on.
Not
it
at
was
all.
easy to follow.
Yep.
And
And
I
it was
even forgot about
necessary.
some because as people are splitting up on different,
You get caught up in that
and
scene.
you forget about
You're like, oh, these
they're
other
doing-
people are over
when
there.
they cut back,
Right.
you're like, oh yeah, what's going on?
So it was necessary, really, to have all of the heroes together
Yes.
because they're spread out amongst other planets, a lot of them on Earth, but in different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's necessary to have that many people because they're trying to keep Thanos and his minions from getting 4 Infinity Stones that are spread across the universe. So you need all of them together.
Right. You need all of them together.
Yeah.
And boy, we had some good groupings. And this isn't going to be spoilers, but I'm going to tell you who some of the groupings were of teams that were working on stuff. You had Groot, Rocket, and Thor.
Hilarious.
That was good.
So
You had Iron Man, Doctor Strange,
Spider-Man?
and did I say Iron Man?
Yes.
Who am I missing? Oh, Star-Lord. You had Star-Lord together.
Hilarious.
They were funny. Then you had Captain America, Bucky, and Black Panther.
And Falcon.
Falcon. And, I mean, they weren't hilarious, but it
No,
was
but
good
they're
to
a
see.
solid
There's a battle scene.
butt-kicking
There's a
team,
battle
okay?
scene that are in the trailers, and this isn't anything going away.
Right.
And the two, they're charging at each other. And Captain America, because he's a super soldier, takes off, and
Yeah.
Black Panther stride for stride with him, and they're just everybody else is behind him. Great fight scenes.
And let's not forget the awesome line that was in the trailers when Black Panther says, "And get this man a shield." Yeah.
I think if you're a fan of the comic,
You didn't list the rest of the teams.
what
Black Widow was
Yes.
with Scarlet Witch
Yes.
and Vision.
yes, and then the Hulk was having issues,
The Hulk was having issues.
and it was comical.
Gamora and Nebula were having some issues of their
Yes.
own. So we can't really say a whole lot because
Without giving it away,
that
right,
could give some
yes.
things away. But what I will say is, and this is not a spoiler, in Civil War, where we saw Tony Stark and Captain America really have at it, butt heads, split ways. Everybody was able to work together here without Captain America and Iron Man having to really address past issues in this
Well,
film.
in one of the things that is playing out is we have East Coast, West Coast Avengers, which is in the comics because they split up, and you have Iron Man leading one, you have Captain America leading one, and they need to get the team together. And the pressure's put on Tony to call. You need to call Captain America,
Right.
and he doesn't want to do it. And you can forget why. Why doesn't he want to? It's because Captain America knew about the assassination of his father. So there's some baggage there that they don't explain it. They're assuming that you recall from the other movies.
They're assuming we
Right,
recall,
yes.
but remember, Doctor Strange and Bruce Banner, they had no idea about that.
Yes, right.
And you neglected to mention that Drax and Mantis were with Star-Lord
yes.
and
they were
Iron
hilarious.
Man. And
They're hilarious.
Oh
They are
gosh.
super hilarious.
some of the funniest
But
lines.
Drax is killing it, dude. He's
Wow.
killing it when he is convinced that he's invisible. And
That
nobody
was
can
so
see him
funny.
because he's
Yes.
mastered the art of not
Yes.
moving.
So
and but
funny.
they're like,
We can see
see you eating a corn nut. He's going real slow,
Yeah.
like, can't even see me. I'm going so
And he
slow.
doesn't believe them until Mantis comes in the scene and says, "Hi, Drax." And then he's, upset. The another non-spoiler, but there's a scene where Thor is standing next to Drax, and Drax is a big guy. Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, he's taller than Drax. I was shocked at how tall he is because Drax is massive.
And who was it that said when they saw Thor, he looked like a pirate?
It was Drax. It looked like
a pirate, and an angel had a baby.
Yes, and so they kept calling him Pirate Angel Baby.
Pirate.
So that was funny.
The jokes and the antics of Guardians of the Galaxy was so funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
I mean, Star-Lord tries to go toe-to-toe with Thanos a couple times.
Right.
But Thanos likes him.
Yes.
You can tell Thanos is... This is really interesting. I think this is one of the things that makes Thanos a great villain. And I've talked about this in other things like Garbage Singh piece. A great villain really lets your hero shine. And he was a great villain for two reasons. Number one, as you will see in the movie, he can physically whoop everybody, right? So that's number one. Number two, he is doing what he is doing because he believes it's the best thing for the universe. And that's the best kind of evil to hit into. It's just craziness that you're saying half the universe has to die and it's for everybody's betterment, and I'm doing you all a favor.
Eventually, we will do a reaction to the film with spoilers. We're going to give the movie some time to run before we do that.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We'll give everybody a chance to go look at it.
And when we do that review, I will explain what I thought was the overarching message of the film, which was so phenomenal.
Okay.
We can't get into that now because it would be a spoiler.
Okay.
But I will also say something non-spoilery, which I thought was so awesome to see. Because Iron Man is working with Doctor Strange, you get to see Sherlock Holmes from the movies, which is Robert Downey Jr., with BBC Sherlock, which is Benedict Cumberbatch. And
that was enjoyable to see.
It was very enjoyable.
It was enjoyable to see.
Because of their banter, all I could picture in my head was, I'm not looking at Tony Stark and Stephen Strange, I'm looking at Sherlock, and it was really funny.
And if you go back from the comics, so I'm going to dip into the comics, so it won't give away things in the movie. But there's a great scene of where the part of the Avengers and Guardians are fighting each other, and they start to realize, wait a minute, that
we're both good guys.
And
our teams are both good guys.
Tony says to Star-Lord, "Are you from Earth?" And he said, "I'm from Missouri."
Yes, and Tony Stark's
that would be Earth. Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But in the comics, one of the things I want to touch on is Vision and Scarlet Witch have a kid, and I think we saw that romance happen, and it wouldn't surprise me that
the romance was already building before this film.
But they've snuck away for a little weekend getaway.
I think it was more than a weekend getaway.
Yeah, but I'm trying to... Come on, you help me out here, Bowling.
Well, you're treading on dangerous ground. You don't want to give spoilers away.
This isn't a spoiler, but I think we will see a child from them in this. I really do. I think you'll see a child come forth. I think, which would be fascinating. That would be truly, truly fascinating. And we also get to see, I think, Scarlet Witch really kind of grow into her powers because she's the strongest Avenger. If you go in the comics against Thanos... the Hulk beat Thanos, Scarlet Witch beat Thanos, Spider-Man beat Thanos. So
in the comics.
Now they I don't want to say too much, but
you should stop right now. Okay, you should stop right now. What I will say,
I wonder if Deadpool's going to show up in 2 to save everybody.
I hope not.
Like in the comics.
There was a great scene in this film with Captain America and Thanos.
Yes, and that was in a trailer, and it's Thanos.
Great scene.
I think is going to crush his head or something. It wasn't really a punch. It was kind of like a... And Captain America grabs his hand. He's got double hand action going, and he's stopping it. And so Thanos took note. He took note of Star-Lord, and he took note for Star-Lord because of his devotion for Gamora.
Right.
He took note like you could tell he was like, I am not going to kill you.
Right.
Because of that. He took note of Tony Stark, and they have an exchange about things. that you're like, huh, that's interesting. And he took note of Captain America. He was just like,
Yes. Yes. Groot was funny in here. You alternately want to slap Groot.
Yes, yes.
And then hug him.
But we never knew that Thor spoke Groot.
We didn't know
Remember
that.
Yes. These movie like, how do you speak
sense.
Groot? Yes, of course. It was an
sense.
elective in high school.
Yes.
He said it was an elective in high school.
Yeah, very funny. A lot of great humor in this film. Also, just a lot of incredible action, great story. I think the final thing, and it's appropriate to end on this, is there is one post-credit scene.
Yes, there's one.
You should pay very close attention
Yes.
to this post-credit scene, because you will notice in watching this, the Marvel post-credit scenes always give you a tip-off about what's coming, but also it ties into what has just happened in the film. So watch it carefully, because it's important.
And what I will say is, if you're curious, what you'll see in that is a logo for somebody.
Yes. So
And
can't
if
say
you're not
anything more than
familiar with
that.
the storyline, you won't know what the logo is. But I mean, you just got to go on Twitter and read it. I mean, that's all you have to do. I mean, I purposely dodged social media like crazy because I did
you're
not
not
want
on
to know
social
any.
media.
But I mean, like just like in the
You
news
dodge
feeds
just looking
and
at stuff
Yeah,
online.
I don't want I want.
Yes.
This was a really good movie.
Yes.
It is bringing the Avengers back together. One of the things that we saw a reunion of was Black Widow and Bruce Banner, because you remember they were getting really close, and then he won.
He skipped town.
Yes.
He skipped
And he ended
the
up
planet.
in the Devil's Anus. Do you remember?
Right. In Thor Ragnarok.
Yes,
right.
in the Devil's Anus.
So, yes, but again, nothing really resolved from that situation. Just everybody's coming back together to fight Thanos. That's the thrust here. That's their whole reason for being together. So nobody's really addressed any of their past issues.
Yeah.
So, I think that should probably conclude our non-spoiler review.
I agree.
There's really nothing else we can say without getting into spoilers.
Yes, it is. It is a good movie.
If you're able to see it, go see it.
A lot of people die, but
That
what I
happens all
would
the
tell
time.
you, what I would tell you is nobody's ever really dead in
This
comic
is
book
true.
movies. They're
This
just written
is
back
true.
in. Something happens. So let's get. And I'm sure that's what will happen. Stan Lee. We saw Stan Lee in it, which was fun.
As always, he's always
in
in
it.
it. Yes,
And,
very clever. Spider-Man's
so, yeah,
little friend was
I
funny.
give the movie an A. You know, it's a
Yes.
good A. I enjoy the Avenger movies. They're good
A+.
stuff. You give it A+. Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
good stuff. Now,
A for Avengers.
now we have, I think, boy, we're getting close to it. We're going to go see a Hindi film next month. We're going to go see 102 Not Out with AZ.
It's coming out soon. AZ India.
And we'll do a movie review. And we may be going with one of our Indian friends, which I'm hoping
We're
that
hoping.
works out.
Yeah, we
I'm
hope she
hoping
can come with us.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And so we'll keep you posted on that.
Yes.
And thank you so much for watching. Please check out the
Bye.
website, darkskyradio.com. And we love you much.